You probably saw the title of this video and asked, who in the right mind thinks this is an actual issue? I certainly don't, but from my most popular video, apparently there are an alarming amount of anime fans who think that Chinese cartoons love the Third Reich. For some context, I made a video about why anime tends to have a lot of German cultural references in it, in which I proposed it's not because of World War II, as the hundreds of alleged historic experts commented would argue, but it was because of cultural exchange that occurred before World War II that were more important for German influence in Japan. And that prompted comments like these. Anime isn't obsessed with German culture, Japan is just obsessed with Nazis. It's honestly baffling to me that these people will probably watch any anime series that features German-inspired uniforms and then throw out the N-word, and not even consider any Imperial Germany or Prussian links. But I somewhat get it. Nazi iconography is so synonymous with evil that even movies that are nothing about World War II, such as The Lion King, can't help but make an obvious reference. Even in the West, Nazis are referenced as archetypal bad guys in pretty much all media, because when you ask a random person on the street, who is the most evil person in history, most are gonna say that dude with the mustache. Charlie Chaplin. That is why anime tends to use them in their stories. And no, it's not about fetishizing them or making Nazis cool in a sinister plot to brainwash weebs into adopting this twisted ideology. I honestly can't think of an anime I've seen that goes really deep into Nazi ideology. And yes, I'm aware that there is a manga version of Mein Kampf out there, the book which Hitler wrote in the 1920s before he assumed power. When it comes to anime like JoJo or Hellsing, we just see the Nazis have generic bad guy goals like invading other countries and killing innocent people. It doesn't go in depth about Nazi racial theory or the components of their beliefs. But Aeon, Stroheim became a good guy and stated he died as a hero. Can you see that JoJo is glorifying Nazis? Did you know that Araki Hirohiko has the same initials as Adolf Hitler? Okay, I'm sure if you have a fraction of common sense, you can see how dumb this argument is. Stroheim was introduced as someone willing to experiment on and kill innocent men, women, and children. And he never even became a good guy, he just shared a common enemy of Joseph, that being the Pillar Men, as they were a threat to his nation. So they might as well work together to kill literal Aztec demigods who want to take over the world. Just because he doesn't do anything particularly evil after his return, doesn't mean he's a good person now or should be glorified. You could argue him dying honorably at Stalingrad was poorly handled, due to the entire context of the Great Patriotic War, to create living space in the East for Germans by wiping out the Slavs. But I don't think Araki was thinking anything to that extent. Just that Stroheim was a soldier and he died in battle. Nothing more. Or maybe Araki is just a closet Nazi and I'm the one who's wrong. You decide. Now, I want to clarify, if you only just see Nazi references in anime and nothing related to German culture, then you either have no comprehension of German history, or you spend too much time playing Mein Waifu as a Führer. But let's specify what is culture. The arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively, or the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. Now, clearly Nazism isn't a mainstream part of German culture anymore, even if some neo-Nazis in remote villages still exist in Germany apparently. But when I refer to German culture in anime, I'm talking about any references or influences in anime that stem from German history and traditions. Take Legend of the Galactic Heroes, for example. The Galactic Empire is heavily inspired by Imperial Germany and Prussia, with its military and the fact they have a Kaiser, rather than being inspired by Nazi Germany, or the German soundtrack and character names in Attack on Titan, or even this goddamn town. What about all the German composers which music features in anime, or these German-style Biersteins you see in plenty of fantasy series? Like, I'm probably just barely scratching the surface here, and there's probably way more examples out there that I didn't think of. Just please be aware that not every single anime out there which features a military and German influence means they are Nazis. The German army existed before 1933, for fuck's sake. Or maybe every German character that features in anime is just a Nazi, because Japan loves them, right? Yep, Asuka, I'm looking at you. Okay, I am very aware that some Japanese and also Korean idol groups or bands seem to enjoy making the worst decisions possible by dressing up as members of the SS. But these incidents obviously don't represent their countries as a whole. You may be thinking, why the hell would they think this is a good idea to wear that? I ultimately think it comes down to historical ignorance, as from what I've seen during my time researching the topic on the internet, most Japanese people, especially the younger generation, don't seem to know an awful lot about World War II, especially the role of Nazi Germany. I know I'm generalizing here, and I'm sure there are some Japanese students who know everything there is to know about the war. I'm just talking about the average. Of course, if you're Japanese and think this gaijin is talking out of his ass, then let me know. But when Japanese people learn about World War II in schools, it's predominantly about the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, rather than Hitler's foreign policy and life in Nazi Germany. So I heavily disagree there is this huge obsession with the Nazis over in Japan. I think it's still a pretty niche thing as a whole. This idol group probably saw the military uniform somewhere and thought it looked cool, as the Hugo Boss designed SS uniforms still have a reputation for looking smart, despite the fact they were worn by perpetrators of some of the worst crimes in human history. Sony Entertainment said in response to the controversy, "We express our heartfelt apology for causing offense because of our lack of understanding. We take the incident seriously and will make efforts to prevent a reoccurrence of a similar incident in the future." And supposedly the entire staff involved in this mistake was given education regarding the historical connotations of the infamous uniforms. Now, hopefully this has put all this Nazi anime myth to rest, and you can enjoy these cartoons in peace without Mother Russia storming into your room. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my World War II in anime vid I made discussing how accurate they are to reality, and comment below your thoughts. Thanks for watching and subscribe below. Bye bye.